Hello, Taurus, and welcome to this, your early to mid-July reading and predictions. My name is Marnie. I am known as the Intuitive Butterfly. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for continuing to support my channel. And for those of you who are new here, a very warm welcome to each and every one of you. I am coming to you from beautiful Athabasca, Alberta, Canada. My intention was to record my videos in the great outdoors, seeing as we were just past the summer solstice. However, there are thunderstorms threatening in the area. Thus, I have been forced to come inside. Not surprising that we do have thunderstorms in the area, seeing as we are about to experience the full thunderstorm moon coming up on July the 3rd. The full moon in July is also known as the full buck moon or the full thunderstorm moon, depending on your tradition. So for those of you who are sensitive to full moon energies, just a heads up, watch out for July the 3rd. Okay, Taurus, let's get started. We are going to pull cards looking at 6 different areas of your life. I'm going to pull all of the cards initially. I'm going to leave them sitting on my surface, my desk surface, face down until I'm actually ready to read the cards. This allows for more of the psychic or intuitive energies to flow in a more authentic way. Taurus, let's have a look at where you are at now here as I'm recording this video at the end of June, with the intention of covering the time period July 1st through July 15th. This is a general reading intended for anybody born under the sign of Taurus, as well as anybody who happens to have a significant amount of Taurus in their chart. You're going to notice that there's 2 cards there that are about to fall out. Well, there may be more. Oh, yes, there are. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards. Not sure that's realistic. So Taurus, let's see if we can narrow this down a little bit. You see that card bouncing off the bottom? There we go. What else do we have for the Taurans right now? Where is the Taurus energy coming up right now? Oh, there's another one. Okay. Is there anything else? Anything else out of these last few cards? Do you guys like to see anything else? No. Okay. The next card that we're going to pull is cards of what you're focusing on for the first part of July. I am looking off to the side here because I have a side table set up with all of my extra decks of cards because my work surface is rather small where I am currently coming to you from. Okay, the animals want to come out to play. This is an animal tarot deck. In fact, it was my very first tarot deck ever in my life. The cards are well worn. They don't come out to play very often because this deck is no longer available. I can't order a replacement for it. So, all right. What are the Taurans focusing on for the first half of July? We've got one card. It really jumped out. What else do we have for focus? Anything else? Anything else? Yep, there we go. Anything else? Oh. All right, now one of the cards did, oh, we actually have 3 cards. 2 of them are stuck together. So, and one of the cards came up in reverse. So we will read it as such once we get to that point. Next card that we're going to pull for you is cards of difficult influences. What is challenging the Taurans at this time? There's one card out. Difficult influences. What's challenging our Taurus friends and family members? I have quite a number of Taurans in my family. So, okay. We actually only have one card that's come out for you, Taurus, for your difficult influences. I love it when that happens. Means life is good, right? All right, the next card that we're going to pull for you is messages you need to hear at this time. Whew. Right? Messages Taurus needs to hear right now. Okay, we do have 2 cards. All right. Let's have a look at what is unexpected. Oh, that's interesting. Look at how many cards came out there for the initial part. And now we have a card that's sticking up here. Let's see if it's going to fall or what it's going to do. Unexpected for Taurus, first half of July. Okay, see that card? It's still sticking up. We're going to grab the hold of that one. I do sense that we might have one more card in here for unexpected for you, Taurus. Yeah. We just had another card flip out. Is there anything else that is unexpected? Unexpected insights, unexpected influences for Taurus? Or do we just have the 2 cards? We just have the 2 cards here, Taurus. All right. And the final cards that we're going to pull for you, Taurus, are going to be your general overall outcome. Where are we going? Where are we going? There and maybe there. I'm getting pulled towards 2 different decks. So, all right. General overall outcome for Taurus. Oh, don't let that fall. And again, we have the 1 card as I set these down. We have another card that's wanting to come out. So out it comes. All right, so this was the last card, second last one. Oh, you have a lot of outcome here. You've got 5 cards in your outcome, Taurus. Okay, just a second here. There we go. All right, so where are we at with your current energies? Taurus, you have some conflicting energies coming up here. You've got the fighting card. This is the card that would be considered to be the Page of Swords. And you've got the Lovers coming out. Now, Lovers is normally a really positive card. It's about new partnerships. It's about new love. If you're already in a committed romantic relationship, then the Lovers card can represent potentially a change in the dynamic of your relationship. But coming out next to the Page of Swords here, which is a card of fighting, is not necessarily a positive thing. Looks like this reading for you, Taurus, may turn into a bit of a love and relationship reading. Yeah. So these 2 cards coming out together, what this is telling me is that there's something going on in your relationships. And I do want to say, given that it's the Lovers card and not some of the other cards in the tarot deck that also represent mentorship and partnering, that this is likely regarding a romantic partnership, whether that be already in a committed marriage, whether that be that a relationship that you were working on developing. Something is just not sitting right somewhere. Okay. And so there's a really good chance that July 1st through July 15th, you are going to see some pretty radical and drastic changes in your relationships. Um, for some of you who are not in committed relationships, who are not interested in committed relationships, this may also indicate, like, the lovers doesn't always have to be romantic relationships, although most of the time it is, but the lovers can also represent any kind of partnership. So for those of you who are not in committed relationships, this may indicate upheaval in a business or professional relationship that you have with someone. Either way, this is indicating that here, as we sit at the end of June, some of the energies that are influencing you are definitely causing some strife and some discomfort in your relationships. Let's have a look at what you are focusing on. Okay. Nine of Swords, the Chariot, and you have the Nine of Pentacles, but the Nine of Pentacles came out in reverse. So it's interesting here. You've got 9, and then this is the 7 and 9. It's interesting here that you've got 2 9s. One of them is in reverse, one of them is upright. Let's read these individually. The beaver represents the 9 of Pentacles. The 9 of Pentacles is normally a card of, woohoo, I have achieved something in my work life career, and I am now able to not necessarily rest on my laurels, but I am definitely able to maybe take a vacation every once in a while. You've got this in reverse, Taurus, indicating that you may be stepping back from doing the hard work necessary prematurely. Okay. I also want to say, going back to these lovers cards and the fighting card that you have here, is when a Pentacles card comes up like this, and it's referring specifically to work, don't forget that relationships are work. So Taurus, this may also be indicating that one party, whether it's you or whether it's your partner, are no longer putting in the necessary work to make this relationship work. Okay. Like I said, relationships are work. Yes, sure. When we first get together, we go through the honeymoon phase. Everything is rainbows, sunshine, and unicorns. But then we get down to brass tacks, and there's work that's necessary, and there's compromise that's necessary. And we need to ensure that everyone's putting forth some efforts. And this card here in reverse is indicating, Taurus, that someone in this lover's relationship isn't putting in the effort that they need to. And the Chariot is the very next card. Now, the Chariot would normally indicate that there is something running towards you. Usually something good, something amazing, something powerful. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that, with these two cards together, the fighting card and the lovers, and now a card indicating that perhaps someone's not putting in as much effort as they should be, that what is actually running towards you is change. A change in the dynamic of the relationship. And in 6 in 6 weeks or 6 months, not 6 years and not 6 days, in 6 weeks, your relationship will look nothing like what it looks like today. That is a prediction, a psychic prediction. Take it for what it's worth. You have the 9 of Swords here, represented by the Loon. The Nine of Swords is a card of, it is my catastrophizing card. It is the card of sitting up awake at night, worrying and looking at worst case scenarios and really getting into this catastrophic mindset of, oh my God, the sky is falling. Okay. So overall, Taurus, these cards, along with these cards, oh my goodness, there's somebody going down the hill just outside my window here with their Jake brake on, which is an exhaust brake, and it's loud. I don't know if the microphone's picking it up. All of these cards, these 5 cards, and I want to point out as well that 5s in the tarot, when we see 5s, whether it be 5 cards together or the 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, whatever, is an indication that there are decisions that need to be made, and they are tough, tough, tough decisions. So Taurus, someone's not putting in the effort that they need to, and that is going to create change. And catastrophizing about it, lying awake at night, is not going to help. Okay. I'm going to go out on a limb here and make a prediction and say that in order to rectify and resolve this situation, rather than going into the energy of this Nine of Swords, what the Taurans out there are going to need to do is get really, really clear on what they want. What do you want your relationships to look like? And I really feel like part of the reason that all of this is coming up at this time for you, Taurus, is because there has been some waffling back and forth, and there's no clarity on exactly what it is that you want to manifest with regards to your relationships. And so the universe is just throwing mud and hoping that it's going to stick, because they don't know, the universe doesn't know what to provide you with regards to your relationship. Do you want undying, devoted love? Do you want generosity? Do you want kindness? Do you want honesty? Do you want all of these things rolled up into one ball of wax? Or are you willing to just go with the flow and see what comes up? Because I really feel like that's what's happening here, is you just kind of been going with the flow, and there's not really this clear vision of what you want from a relationship. Difficult influences. Again, another card that's come up in reverse. Valiant courage. Take action with passion. I will turn the card over so that you can see it. This is in your difficult influences. So it's kind of a double whammy, because this card normally being in difficult influences would indicate that you're struggling with taking courage or taking action with passion. You're struggling with being courageous as you go through this change and shift in relationships. And yet it's come up in reverse, which means it's, you know, kind of a double reinforcement that you're really bumping up against this. Taurus, what I'm picking up is that there is some imposter syndrome going on there. There is some feelings of I'm not good enough coming up for you, and it is spilling over into your relationships, into your personal relationships. And this catastrophizing card, the Nine of Swords, lying awake in bed at night, thinking about the worst case scenario. Remember that our thoughts become our realities. Okay. So with this Nine of Swords, if you're lying awake in bed at night, catastrophizing, thinking about worst case scenario, then the universe is going to pick up on that and go, oh, well, that must be what they want to manifest, because they're not being clear in what they truly want to manifest with this Lovers card coming up. Does this make sense for you, Taurus? I hope so. Put some comments down below. But yeah, I'm really definitely sensing that some deep meditative work to bring clarity into the type of relationship that you would like to manifest is going to be really important coming up for you, Taurus, through the month of July. And I want to say even into August. If you want to get out of this quandary that's coming up, there is some deep meditative work that's going to have to be done. And remember, your thoughts create your reality. Okay, don't relinquish your power. I love this. right? I was just saying, I'm getting the sense that there may be some imposter syndrome here, some thoughts of I'm not good enough. Well, when you think you're not good enough, you are relinquishing your power. You're giving your power away, and you are not acting with valiant courage. So don't relinquish your power, Taurus. Okay. Messages you need to hear right now. Be strong through this, right? This card, the Valiant Courage card, take action with passion, is in your difficult influences. And what it's telling me is that you're bumping up against or struggling against taking the necessary steps and the necessary action in order to be able to improve your romantic life. And is it impossible because it's in your difficult influences? No, it means that the universe has put this challenge in your road at this time in order to encourage you to become the valiant knight up here. Okay. And in so doing, you will re-embrace and take back your power. The other card that you have here is abundance is your right. Now, abundance in this sense, when we're talking about relationships here, this abundance card is talking about love, kindness, honesty, someone who is trustworthy. All of these things are abundance. Please, Taurus, recognize that abundance when you are doing gratitude meditations, which I highly recommend. When you are doing your meditation in order to determine and get clarity, like I said, I really feel like this is about you needing to gain clarity on what it is that you want to manifest with regards to relationships. And when you are doing that work, remember that abundance is not just about cash, dollars, dinero, pesos, whatever currency you are currently working in, Thai baht, it doesn't matter. Whatever currency you are working in, abundance isn't just about that. Abundance is about love and generosity and time, abundance of time to be able to do what we want to do. So as you are doing your meditations to bring clarity to the universe as to what you want to manifest going forward for your lover's situation, remember to bring abundance into that. Okay, it's your right. What is unexpected for you? You have the Three of Wands and the Eight of Cups. Three of Wands is a card of someone who is ready to express and bring forth into the world their knowledge and their lessons to teach others. It's a card of, I have achieved things, I have experienced things, and I am ready to share that with the world. This is coming up as your unexpected influence. And so, Taurus, I really think that a relationship coach, I don't know where that came from, burst out of, I heard it in my ear and out it came. Perhaps some of you are considering doing some relationship type coaching, both on the receiving end as well as on the giving end. This card's indicating that with all that you have been through and continue to go through right now with relationships, you know, sharing your story can help others. And the other card that you have here is the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is the card of walk away from that which no longer serves your highest good. You'll notice here on this card, and hopefully it's in focus here, the character on the card has boarded a raft. He has a stick in his hand and he is pushing away from shore where his 8 cups remain. He's leaving his 8 cups behind and walking away from that which no longer serves his highest good. Unexpected? No, not overly, Taurus. I mean, unexpected influences and insights. These cards are saying there is something that you are likely to be walking away from July 1st through the 15th. But by sharing your story, you will be helping others. General overall outcome, you have 9 of Wands. Really? Another 9? You have the 9 of Pentacles, you have the 9 of Swords, now you have the 9 of Wands. What else do you have here? Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cards. All right, you have a lovely outcome here. Taurus, you have the 9 of Spring, also known as the 9 of Wands. This is a card of making sure that this work that you're doing, whatever it is that you are walking away from, as you come into your valiant courage, as you recognize that abundance is your life and you do not relinquish your power, the 9 of Wands, also known as the 9 of Spring, is a card of making sure that you are protecting whatever you have, protecting your heart, protecting your emotions, okay? Paying attention to details, which brings me to your next card, which is the 4 of Summer, also known as the 4 of Cups. And this is the card of distraction. This is the card of not paying attention. So you'll notice on this card, this fairy here is staring off into space. She's leaning on a podium and she's staring off into space. Well, you have another fairy or cherub down at the bottom trying desperately to get her attention. She's just not paying attention. Okay. So Taurus, protect the fruits of your labor while at the same time making sure that you are paying attention to what's going on around you. And you have the 3 of Winter, also known as the 3 of Swords. This is a card of asking for advice, seeking out advice from others. And this is the card in the traditional tarot. This card is represented by a heart with 3 swords pushed through the heart. Okay. It is a card letting us know that we will grow stronger from this situation. Oh, yeah, right. Valiant courage and do not relinquish your power. This whole thing here, Taurus, is indicating that, yes, the beginning of July is going to seem rocky. It's going to be uncomfortable, but the outcome cards that you are getting are indicating that there's a really positive outcome here, especially once you come into your own power. You have the Princess of Autumn. Princess of Autumn is a card about happy news coming your way. Good things are definitely on their way to you. And this is a card of the Princess of Autumn, also known as the Page of Pentacles, is a card of planning, making sure that you're getting a clear picture in your mind, but also planning in the real world, because the Pentacles is represented by the element of Earth, which is about the real world. So making sure that whatever you're doing in relation to changing the dynamic of your relationship by way of this meditation and getting a clear picture on what it is that you want to manifest out of your relationship, make sure that in the real world, you're putting that into practice as well. And the final card of your reading, Taurus, is the High Priestess. High Priestess. What does the High Priestess represent for you? Meditation. Get in touch with your intuition. Bring about the clarity of what it is that you want to manifest. Make it clear. And when you do, the universe is going to line everything up for you so that it can work out. And I mean, I'm just going to read what it says on this card. Insights come through meditation. Okay. So Taurus, definitely a little bit of a rocky road with regards to some relationships for you coming up, but a beautiful outcome. And just as I was saying before I ever turned the High Priestess card over, part of the work that you need to do at this time is getting a really clear picture on what you want your relationships to look like. Manifest what you want, not what you don't want. All right, Taurus, thank you so much for being here. If this resonated deeply with you, please consider giving the channel a like and subscribe. And if this resonated deeply and you'd like to do an even deeper dive on a very personal level, please consider booking a personal consultation with me, and all of the details are down below to contact me. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you again in the middle of July.